York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knick fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. I want you to hit that like button. I definitely want you to subscribe, leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop, hit the notification bell. Okay, Houston Rockets, New York Knicks. What can I say? This could be another letdown. I'm not going to say the New York Knicks are playing bad because the players are actually playing good. It's the coach. I'm just going to come out right and say it's the coach. We have this 9-man rotation. When we was winning, and the 9-man rotation worked when we had R.J. Barrett and Jalen Brunson in it. But now that we have two players out, two of our starters, what basically generating 40 points among these two players, they're missing. The coach, Thibodeau, he has to adjust his game plan. And what I mean by that, he has to, in my opinion, he has to expand the rotation. I know he brung out Evan Fournier, and but we need to see Cam Reddish. We need to see Ryan Arciano. We need to see whoever's on their bench right now, McAlow, whoever's there, because the points that we need are not there with R.J. Barrett and Jalen Brunson being out. And we can't put all the work on Julius Randle. We seen what happened in the playoffs 2 years ago when we put our whole boat, everything in Julius Randle's hand. I'm not saying Julius Randle can't carry the load. He can't carry the load. But it's too much pressure for that player, for that type of player. He's not LeBron James. He's not Steph Curry. He's not Jason Tatum. He's not Antetokounmpo. He's Julius Randle. And he's like I would say, yes, he is an all-star, but he's a low-tier all-star. He's not on the top as an all-star. He's not a guy that's going to carry a team. We brought Brunson in for that, and Brunson is doing a good job. But the coach have to make adjustments. The defense, y'all seen my last video. I broke down his defensive schemes. Y'all already know how I feel about his schemes. It can be beaten by ball movement. All you have to do is pass the ball on the New York Knicks, and you're going to get an open shot, especially with this defense. But what we need from our coaches to realize or recognize when a player needs rest. We know Tom Thibodeau throughout his whole career, he has been known to overuse players. And let's just keep it real. He overworked his players. And until he realized what he's doing, the New York Knicks is going to be in the same boat as the Minnesota was. Because when he took over Minnesota 1 year, the first year, just like with the New York Knicks, it went up right here. The second year it went down. Tom Thibodeau like this. And I'm tired of like this. We have a mediocre coach, but we have above, I'm not going to say we have a star-studded team, but we have a decent team. Let's just put it right here. If you go by our stats, we're averaging, excuse me for a second, we're averaging 114 points a game. Before that, it was just like 115, 16. We was ninth in the scoring. After that loss, we dropped to 13th in the league. Defensive wise, we are ninth. Well, we was about ninth or 11th. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But it's him, his stubbornness, his not knowing when to go with other players. It's his not trusting other players. If you got a 12-man, 13-man team rotation, you have to trust everybody on that team, on that rotation, or they shouldn't be on the team. That's just my opinion. They should not be on the team. There's a lot of things that's going to need to change, and this could easily be the worst game of the season if we lose this game. I'm just going to say it right there. If the New York Knicks come out and lose this right here, right now, there's no way this man don't get fired. I mean, a lot of y'all is talking about trades and this and that, blah, blah. I don't see it happening. I don't see no team coming out and giving up pieces for Cam Reddish. Well, I'm going to say a first-round pick of the New York Knicks wanted a first-round pick. But I don't see any team giving up a player that's, what's the word I'm looking for? That's a factor on a team that's having a role for Cam Reddish if the New York Knicks is not showing the rest of the league what Cam Reddish is capable of. And that's the thing. Cam Reddish, what he's capable of, a lot of teams see that. So a lot of people want to talk about the Knicks need to make trades. The Knicks don't need to make trades. The Knicks need to buckle down. The coach need to make the right decisions, play the players at the right. Like, you can't be playing Julius Randle 40-something minutes a game. R.J. Barrett 48, 46 minutes a game. Julius Randle have played for the New York Knicks. It's not even been 5 years, but yet he's already among the leaders in New York history with minutes a game per game, right there with Carmelo Anthony and Anthony Mason. These guys was playing over 40-something minutes a night. Sooner or later, and I'm not trying to jinx the New York Knicks, because we already see R.J. Barrett was hurt, and it was from a slash on his finger from Luka. They said at one time report was you could see the bone, but now it was down, you could see the ligaments. So he should be out a week, maybe 2. If I was him, I would stay out 2 weeks just to make it heal up. You know what I'm saying? No infections. Then we got Brunson. What's-it-called fell on I think it was a Dallas game when What's-it-called fell on him, his groin. He was a center. I forget the player. Fell on his and caused him even. But at the same time, when we was on our winning streak, he should have been rested at least 1 or 2 of them games, especially when we was playing lowly teams. But the coach did not. Well, Brunson also said that if he can walk, he will play. So I have to commend the man for that. That was one, I don't mean to change the subject, but that was one of my biggest pet peeves against Jeremy Lin. He wasn't willing to play through injuries. I'm just saying, if the New York Knicks lose this game against the Houston Rockets, people already talking about firing Tom Thibodeau. I don't think he will. I'm hearing rumors about Nate McMillan about to be let go. Whatever's going on over in Atlanta. I think Nate McMillan would be a much better coach for the New York Knicks, especially with the roster we have, than Tom Thibodeau. Let me know what y'all think about that. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know. I just want to say one more thing before I get up out of here. I know I didn't get too deep into it, but if we lose this game against the Houston Rockets, come on. The Houston Rockets, they're hired. Let me see something real quick. Jeff Green, their second-year man, is the highest scorer on the game. Sengun, I'm not gonna lie, Sengun is he controls their boards, the rebound. He's a leading rebounder. And I did want the New York Knicks to draft Sengun. I'm not gonna lie, he's a very active big man. He can stretch the floor. He's young. He's hungry. Like, you could tell this kid wants to be a star. He might be the next Nokovic. Kevin Porter, he's averaging 19 points. And as I said, he's gonna be 2. I came up with Julius Randle and Kevin Porter are the 2 players we need to watch out. I know Jalen Green is the leading scorer, but we're going to have to watch out for Porter. He also leads the team in blocks. So if the Knicks go in, and this is a very young team, if the Knicks go in and lose this game, once again, I will blame it on the coach. He always talking about personnel and matchups. If you're going to do a matchup, you can't have Evan Fournier out there. You have to bring a young guy off the bench, somebody who's more mobile than Evan Fournier. And with this young core, you can't run the 9-man rotation. You got to expand the rotation, or the Knicks is going to get run off the floor. I'm just saying like that because, and the good thing about this team, it's not like we still got Nerlens Noel from my hometown, my man Gibson. We don't have all these old players on our team. We have a young squad. We have the legs to run with the young legs. The coaches have to play them. And then, okay, I just want to say one more thing before I get out of here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all want the New York Knicks to make trades. I hear about the Cam Reddish. I hear about the Evan Fournier. I also think about who will we get? What will other teams be willing to give up? But my biggest concern is, will Tibbs play him? What will their responsibilities be on this team? We know this coach have his favorite players. So you have to ask yourself, if we go out and make a trade, and it's not a player like Kevin Durant, I'm just throwing a name out there. What I mean about that, a star player, will Tibbs won't have to be forced to play him in the rotation. Will he play him? So when y'all talk about make these trades, think about that. All right. And before I get out of here, I want to say one more thing. Just one more thing. This one thing I want to say to everybody, and that is, excuse me for a second, and that is Happy New Year. I want to take the time to thank every last one of you. I know I'm a small channel, but y'all made my channel what it is today. And I just want to take the time to thank you. I didn't come out and say Merry Christmas. I grew up as in a witness home, so I don't celebrate certain holidays. But I want to take the time out to say Happy New Year and thank you very much. God bless you. Stay healthy. And y'all know my saying. Peace.